Well, you know what, you all, wow, and I'm still seeing hands go up. I'm seeing thumbs go up. I'm gonna have to click on a couple different pages. And it's good to see everybody's face. My testimony, you all, is I'm gonna call it started off being hard-headed. This is how I'm gonna share it this time. I've been knowing Eric for over 30 years. And you know how sometimes you have people in your own circle that you don't listen to them, but they possibly have something that you have always been looking for, but you feel that you got it. Like, I got it. So Eric would show up at the barbecues, being a frat brother, or show up um, in different places. Well, this one particular time, I invited him as a friend to come by the dispensary, and I had already given him disclaimers because we was talking about health in another arena. Like, you do what you do and let me do what I do, and another friend do what they do. We're not dealing with politics or promoting or trying to push what each other does, just because we were trying to help so many people. So he got by the dispensary, and organically, Phyllis Nash started talking to him first, our CSO, and she was really motivated by what she was hearing and decided that it was something that what he was talking about that she wanted to practice herself along with her hubby. Then Melissa talked to him, and while Melissa was talking to him, I was actually on a webinar with my team, got off the webinar, walked over to where the three of them were gathered, and they were hugging, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Excuse the language. And they were hugging and say, Melissa was like, we just found who we were looking for. And I was like, no, 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 I'm not about to do plant-based. But long story short, the bioscan started, right? We met at the dispensary. I took a look at my scan. I kind of brushed it off, but then I had a look at my wife's scan. And I was like, okay, looks like I'm going to be doing this, right? Because you know, a lot of times we can't help our loved ones. So this was the next level opportunity that I could have to take my wife and my health to another level. So you all, I gave birth to two babies, right? Congratulations. I'm no longer a man that's walking around pregnant, right? 12.5 pounds each. So that's my immediate testimony. And let me tell you, it's an embarrassing situation, right? I used to wear 2 shirts during the summertime, right? Wouldn't take my shirt off at the pool. I just wasn't that, I wasn't going there. I was embarrassed. However, now I can do that. My wife and my son, we went to Hawaii, and it was my first time in a very long time taking my shirt off at the beach, getting in the pool, and just feeling wonderful. Now, some of you might be like, well, seeing is believing. Now, let me tell you, I see about right now 15, about 15, 20, 15 to 20 hands that are raised. So, and I've seen these people have amazing testimonies. I've seen their pictures. Whoever have invited you, just ask them for pictures. So I see, let me see who. Bernadine Kirkland. I see her name up. I even see, Bernadine, are you there?
I am. I'm moving groceries.
You
but
know
I
what?
can share the testimony.
You are a working lioness, but you know what? I know your testimony is amazing. I've seen you in action, and I've seen the number of people that you help. Are you still there? Hello? Hey, Bernadine, you still there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little delayed, but go ahead with your
me?
testimony. Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. I'll make it really quick. I too, you couldn't have told me that I would stop eating meat until I met Dr. Prince last year in November. From hearing his talk one time, I decided that I was going to take up the challenge and do this thing with Wakana. And I am so glad that I did, because I wound up on phase 1 losing 17 pounds and on phase 2, 20 pounds in 21 days. Wow. So I am actually down a total of 50 pounds since last year. Wow. And looked totally different. I walked into a fast food restaurant last night, and the guy hadn't seen me in probably 10 years.
Wow.
And he said to me, "You look so different. I didn't recognize you." Yeah, I was real round then. Thanks a lot.
That's horrible.
And I
But
said, "Now
that's
you can see
good.
a clavicle bone." But yeah, that's 50 pounds down. So I thank you. Thank you for
Wow.
the opportunity to share. But I love Wakana, and I've just I'm getting ready to start my third detox for this year.
Wow. Wow. And let me, you know what? Wow. Let me tell you all, you're going to hear some verbal testimonies, but if you're brand new here, and even if you've been here for a while, I want you all to go to the page, our Facebook page, Flatbelly Lifestyle, right? On Facebook, Flatbelly Lifestyle. And I want you to join that group. There is where you're going to see a lot of pictures, a lot of before and after. And um, as our participants just shared, that you can actually get a lot of help through that website. This is one thing that's encouraged. There's certain things that I don't like doing unless I have a team or I have a group of people to do it with. So with that being said, let's dig into some more testimonies. I see Fatima. All right. Are you there, Fatima? You look amazing. Look at that glow, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen,
So,
I am so excited about this flat belly lifestyle. My testimony is that I had to go. I live in Albany, New York, and I had to travel to Chicago because there was no one to do the bioscan here. And so me and my guy went, and I just knew his was going to be worse than mine because I know his lifestyle. I was teaching 5 classes a week, fitness classes, and I knew I was in shape and I was in good condition. But I'm telling you, that bioscan told me something else. And after I saw what was going on in my heart and what was going on in my liver, I was determined to make it back to Albany and make some changes.
wow.
And did that 21-day flat belly cleanse. I had done the phase 2 and lost probably about 10 pounds, but that phase 3 21-day cleanse took me another 12 pounds of waste off.
Yeah.
And I feel better. I feel healthier than I've ever felt in a very long time, since before I had my children.
Wow.
And exciting here, Willie, you know.
I know. I remember that day.
To launch, getting ready to open up Mind, Body, Soul Studio that is dedicated to doing flat belly cleanses here in the capital region of New York State. And we have some folks on the call tonight who are excited, getting ready to come to the grand opening this next weekend on Saturday. So thank you.
Love it. Love it.
You.
And man, I remember you and your hubby coming up that weekend to Chicago. And you all left on like fuel because you had received the information of what your bioscan reflected. So proud of you. We can see it. Now let me share with everybody who's here. I'm looking at the number of people that are here is 75 people. And I only said that about 15 people raised their hand. But as I'm looking from page to page, let me tell you, I can count another roughly 25 people that I'm seeing. And I just took a like Sylvia Covington, who didn't raise her hand, Dr. Kim. I see Ernestine, Abana. I see so many different people on these other pages that I know that had a transformation, but just Gigi, oh my God, I can't see how she did not raise her hand. So you know what, you all, now you know now Gigi is someone that's very dear to us. And I gotta say it this way, please don't kill me, Gigi, but a baby boomer, right? And there's so many of them, and I love my baby boomers. I love those mother figures that are around, but Gigi don't look like she didn't birth, right? Just a whole generation. I mean, she looks like a young woman, and she dances like a young woman. If y'all see, y'all got to look for this video. One day it's gonna go viral, and I'm telling you, Gigi Harris, you have to talk about your transformation. And I've seen some pictures in your in your 40s, your 50s. So tell us what's going on. What happened with you, Gigi?
Okay, I'm in the I'm in the grocery store picking up food for my blood type. But anyway, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. You're doing the right thing. Y'all hear her. She's blood type shopping.
Okay. Well, let me just say, back in November last year, I ended up going to Chicago to get a bioscan, and I found out that I happen to be one of those people that is blood type B.
Okay.
And I was to my surprise, I was shocked that I could not eat chicken. I was eating chicken 3 to 4 times a week, and found out that my uric acid was too high, for my digestive system. So I had to make some changes, and I made it right away, because I'm one of those individuals that all my life I've been trying to make sure that I could stay as healthy as possible. And so I jumped on the 21-day cleanse right away. And I never turned back from eating the way I was eating. I let chicken go, and I let the avocados go, except for when I'm doing the cleanse. But anyway, through that process, I was able to get in front of gout. Okay. And by me being able to get in front of gout, I'm happy about that, because I heard so many stories about what gout has done to individuals, for its pain. And I don't like pain, so that's why I try to do what I need to do to make sure that I stay as healthy as possible. But through the process with phase 1 and phase 3, I was able to lose up to 27 pounds. But through the phase 3, I was able to do 17 pounds and get rid of some fat, which is Dr. Eric's word, is getting rid of waste around areas that I was fighting with, like in my back, around my midsection. But guess what? As long as I stay eating for my blood type and staying away from chicken, all of that is going to be gone. So thank you for allowing me to share. But I'm working the business, while I'm doing life, out shopping for food that I need. Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it is. That's the new life, the new plant-based Flatbelly lifestyle. And there you go. I love it. Our CEO is always on point. Wow, look at that. In my 50s, and today she is 67 and looking fabulous. And that's what happens in the plant-based lifestyle, y'all, or eating according to your blood type. A lot of things, as a you're hearing the perspective, so please don't judge me from a cancer survivor, right? And I thought that I had it right, but it's so many different things that I didn't know. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't pliable in the beginning to being open to what Eric and even some of the things that Melissa has been phenomenal. She is the one who kicked off actually the plant-based lifestyle. So she was sharing a lot of things with us that we was learning differently. And it was not by coincidence that Eric came by the dispensary and shared his formula with us to just take things to another level. But we have such an awesome medical advisory board. Speaking of medical advisory board, there's one young lady that's on our medical advisory board. And I've watched this young lady from the very beginning, working with her personally on, as she would say, and as the communities would say, living with MS. But let me call up Erica Zachary. Oh my God. I've seen her and Troy and their family have such a phenomenal transformation. Erica, y'all, Erica would get, like, being very professional. She would get into presentations and she would just give a straight out presentation. But all of a sudden, I saw Erica crack a smile, and then I saw her with a full smile. I was like, wait, She is looking different, feeling different. So without further ado, you all, you got to hear from my sister, Erica Zachary. Are you there?
Hey, yes, I'm here. Hey, Mr. Mooney, how are you? How's
What's
everybody
going
today?
on, girl? You smiling real big. You ain't...
You know what? So thank you so much for allowing me to give my testimony. You know, for when I first joined Wakana, I joined Wakana because I was trying to feel better and related to my multiple sclerosis diagnosis. But my world has changed. This Flatbelly lifestyle for me has been a game changer. So I used to talk a lot about MS, and that is my baby. Just trying to help people to know that they can live and they can grow, and they don't have to just accept MS as a diagnosis. So my company is called Empower You, Life by Design, not by your diagnosis. So stop living by your diagnosis.
Right.
But what Flatbelly Lifestyle has done for me, I have lost 67 pounds. I've done all 3 phases. I've done phase 3 twice. My husband and I actually started because we came down to, as everybody else has said, we flew down to Chicago last October, November. I think it was in November. And when I saw that scan, that was the thing for us. We came back and we're like, okay, so what are we going to do about it? Right. So when you know better, you got to do better. And so we started on 3 days after Christmas. And my girlfriend's like, how do you do this right before the new year? She was not happy with me. But I'm like, it's important. Like, we don't want our children. I never wanted my children to be able to have to take care of me. That was related to MS. But when I saw that I had a fatty liver and I had, blockages in my arteries and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, no, I can't do this. I'm not going to do this to my children. I'm not going to do this to my family. So I'm going to take control of my health. And that's what I've been doing. And that's what Troy's been doing too. He's downstairs. But it's just been a game changer. I can go up and down my stairs again. I was begging my husband to get out of this house because we live in a 3-story townhouse. And I'm like, oh, I can't keep doing this. And since then, I'm actually downstairs now. Usually I wasn't coming downstairs when my son was here on a regular basis. I'm like, hey, Tariq, can you bring me some water? Hey, Tariq, can you do this or that or whatever? I don't have to do that anymore. I can actually live my life. I actually cooked for him and his girlfriend today. And those of you that know me, know I don't cook because I couldn't stand at the stove. I don't have to do that anymore. So I'm just so grateful. Wow. So thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Dr. Prince. Thank you, Minister Mooney, because you've been golden. So I just appreciate the company. So thank you so much.
Wow. And you have done amazing. Like I said, from the very beginning, I love how you and your family work together, how you all act, represent as team, and just how you all have made Wakana one of the platforms in your home to lead you to a better health. Oh, look at that. There she is, you all. Oh my God. And let me tell you.
And that was way before 67 pounds off. So I need a new picture.
Yeah. And I know it's still Benjamin Buttons going on in your household. Like, you are melting. Age reversal is in effect. Now, there's a now this young lady, I know she's not expecting me to call on her. But one thing about myself is I'm very nosy, right? Most people are, they just won't admit it like I'm admitting. I'm very nosy. There are people that I pay attention to, and there's a couple people that I'm going to call up that don't really know that I'm watching them. And this young lady says, you don't even remember my name. Every time I see her, you don't even remember my name. You don't even remember my name. And which make me pay even more attention. So I want to call up Cheryl John. I hope that she's listening in. Such an amazing woman. I've seen what she's done with Wakana. I've seen her transformation. I hope she's listening in. But Cheryl John, are you there?
I am, and I am shocked you calling me.
I know you would be, but you never know who's watching. You never know who's paying attention. And let me tell you, Cheryl John, turn your camera off for 1 second, and then I'm going to ask you to turn it back on. You all see this picture right here. Right? Now, I want you to just say something, Cheryl John, with your picture off, because I want everybody to see it light up.
Well.
Okay. That picture. Now, turn your picture on and let everybody see how you're looking right now. I'm such a Leo. Look at this young woman. You are amazing transformation. beautiful smile. You could tell when people just like, man, just glowing. Oh my God. Thank you for highlighting Miss Cheryl John. You look amazing. Please, please, please share just how, what you've been through.
Well, I did get on phase 1, 2, and 3, but I did not get on to lose weight. I got on it for health reasons only. Mm-hmm. I suffer with high blood pressure because I've been through a lot of stress. I used to take care of my husband. He was very ill. He had Alzheimer's, dementia, and all that stuff. He did pass away in 2020. But to make a long story short, I don't handle stress well. Okay. And I ended up losing about 20 pounds because I was up to 140. Mm-hmm. I exercise, I eat right. I don't eat a lot of meat. I just eat salmon, very little of that. But when that 21-day cleanse where I couldn't eat any meat, I think it was the best thing that could have happened to me because I did lose waist. I am where I was 30 years ago. I weigh 122 now, and I wasn't trying to lose weight.
Wow.
And I teach Zumba every Monday. I go to the Y, I work out, I do everything. I'm very active. I've always been very active, but I just couldn't believe I lost this weight.
Yeah, I love it.
It works.
Wow. But you all look at her. And this is what I'm just following my spirit. I always allow the Holy Spirit to lead me. But a lot of times you hear us in our excitement say we're losing weight. Now you hear Cheryl John say, well, I wasn't trying to lose weight, but I lost hazardous waste. That's a really, really big deal. And you could see the glow. Like you got that glow. There's a movie where the song plays and you got that glow. Well, you got that glow. And you're always in my prayers. I love, love, love that you show up and you show out and you are reflecting that right now. So I'm not going to put all your business out there. Yeah, just show the love. I'm not going to put you because I know you in that baby boomer area, but we ain't going to go there. You're looking good. I love it. I love it. I love it. There's a couple other people. Now, I see you all are still hanging out, so you must love the testimonies. But there's a couple other people that I want to call up. And where did she go? Where is she? 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 She got out my screen. Hold on. She was weird. There you go. Magnolia. Now, I see you out there. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to call you. But I see you out there doing something. And I know your transformation is amazing. Y'all don't never know who's watching. And will you please unmute? Because it looks like you getting your walk on. You motivated. I hope your signal isn't breaking up because we really want to hear from you. Are you there?
I'm here, but I don't know how good my signal is going to be. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm out walking Judy, my dog. So, yeah, my testimony is, it began before the scan. The first time I heard Dr. Eric Prince talk about eating for your blood type, and that just amazed me. I'm a registered nurse, and
Ooh, I know that was going to
resonated within my soul. I was like, now that's already doing something to lose weight. Can you hear me?
Yep, keep going.
Okay. So I was already in the process of eating a plant-based 80-20 diet. But then I went on and I said, I'm going to do this 21-day raw cleanse in between. And I had already lost 19 pounds. I did the 21-day raw cleanse, and within 2 days, my skin cleared up. I was no longer taking my medications for my psoriatic arthritis, and my doctors were monitoring me. They said, okay, you can try this. Let's see what happens. So within 2 days, I had no skin rashes. My skin was no itching. It was as clear as it could be. It was amazing. Now, I was told not to take the CBD products while I was doing the 21-day raw vegan cleanse. I was kind of worried about that. But I'll tell you that within the 7 days, I dropped another 8 pounds
Wow.
of weight. And I also didn't have any more problems. My skin has not gotten worse, even after I've been done with the cleanse. I've not gained the weight back. I'm back to doing my 80-20 plant-based eating. I am eating some meat. I was a punk. I was scared to try to do this next 40-day thing without being able to do the meat. I had to make a choice.
Okay.
So I plan to go back to being raw vegan. Well, not raw vegan. Don't let me lie. I plan to go back to being a vegetarian.
Okay.
Which is new to me when I'm done with this in a couple of weeks. But it's been amazing. I sleep so good. And I'm still not even taking anything at all. And the doctors did my lab work and everything was clear. All the problems that I had with inflammation, all my lab work they didn't even call me. I had to call them and say, well, what did you think of the lab work? And they were like, I already saw the lab work. Being a nurse, I knew what it was. And they were like, your labs are fine. You don't have to worry about it, Miss Carter.
Wow.
That's
Love
my
it.
rheumatologist and my doctor. So I'm very pleased with it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you know what sticks out? Now, I don't know if it sticks out to you all, but it definitely sticks out to me that you hear the word cleanse. You even hear the word fasting. You hear the word a lot, detox. Rarely do you hear the word reset. So although we use certain words regarding our cleanse and our Flatbelly and plant-based lifestyle regimen that are similar to the words of other things that are happening in the world that people are doing, what we're seeing is a reset. What we're seeing is a lifestyle change.
It's interesting that you say that. It's interesting that you say that because one thing I didn't say in my testimony is better than I did at 55.
Wow. All right. Yes. I love that. I love that share. And this is what you're, for those who are new that are just visiting us, this is what's happening. This is what's happening in Wakanda. So when we're making reference to a person glowing, we're getting rid of hazardous waste, the waste management system, returning back to where it needs to be operating, and your body operating on the microcellular level, renewing itself, right? What you're seeing and good cells being replenished. What you're seeing is age reversal, right? Through and beginning with 7 days or 21 days. Now, we've had some transformations. I'm sure there's some out there for people who had transformations or reset in 7 days, because not everybody, some people may be like, well, I got a vacation in 14 days. I'm going to wait till I come back from the vacation to do 21 days, but I'm going to do 7 days now because I can't put my health on hold, right? And you may be wondering, by now you should, and I pray that you are curious on what you should do. This is what you should do. Number one, get with the person that invited you here and ask them, how can you get started? If you don't know what your blood type is, ask them, how can I find out immediately what my blood type is? They can get you that answer, and you can have that answer in a day. Right? If you're out of the state, I would say probably 3 days, right? You can get that answer about what your blood type is. Please ask that question if you don't know. Now, if you do know your blood type, then ask the question to the person that invited you. What are some of the things that are harmful to my blood type antigen? I don't really know how to eat according to my blood type, but what I'm hearing is if I don't know, it's dangerous. Dangerous levels of inflammation, dangerous levels of mucus. So please if you don't know your blood type, and even if you do and you don't have that list, go to that website, ask the person about the flatbellylifestyle.com website, register for that free ebook, download it so that you can start knowing how to eat according to your blood type. Number 3, if you don't know, I didn't know. As a cancer survivor, posting good food and what I thought was good food to everybody in the world to see. Influential Minister Mooney thought he was eating healthy and sharing it with the whole world, and I didn't know what was really going on the inside of my body. Now, I'm saying that as a cancer survivor. So maybe you've had your checkups. Maybe, like myself, you've seen your primary care physician, but they just gave you and said, hey, things are looking okay. Things are looking okay. Things are looking good. Research, you all. No, I'm not going to even say research. Seek out the person that invited you and ask them about that microcellular bioscan so you can really see what's going on the inside of your body. Now, after that, and you get all that information, you may wonder, well, Minister Mooney, what do I do next? You have an option to choose phase 1. You may not say, you may be like, 7 days raw may be a little too much for me right now, but I at least want to start making the initial steps to going into a direction that'll cause me to lead, have a little age reversal, I want to lose some weight. I'm going to put you right there. I want to lose some weight, Minister Mooney. I think that'll do good. Phase 1, ask the person about phase 1. Phase 2 says, Minister Mooney, I know I have mucus and parasites in me because I've been eating meat. I've been eating fish. And I'm going to say it like I normally say it, I've been putting it on the chopping block, or somebody put it on the chopping block for me, cut off his head to close his eyes, and I've been cooking it so it'd be dead to make sure I ain't eating blood, right? Then you got mucus and parasites and inflammation in you. That's just fact. Anything with eyes and you cook it and you have to kill it to make it dead and you eat dead, you got to get it out your system because it ain't going to leave by itself. So that means you may be ready for phase 2, which is 7 days. Phase 3, Minister Mooney, man, I know I didn't have Beefies, Popeyes, White Castle. I don't know what the restaurant of your favorite. Portillo's was mine. Oh, Italian beef. Well, let me get out of there. Red Lobster may have been your favorite. I don't know. Steak and Shake, I don't know. Maybe, what's the rib place? Robin's Ribs, I don't know what it is. Wishbone, whatever it is. If you have been doing that for a long period of time, and I'm age 49, I'm about to be 49, but if you've been doing this for years, and as you heard our CEO share, there are kids who are suffering. I'm talking about kids. They ain't even out of junior high that are suffering in their bodies because of they don't know, and they don't really have a choice because the parents feed them and the schools feed them. But if you've had years of clogging your arteries and you don't know what's going on, I say 21 days, go for it. Ask the person who invited you, how do I start the 21 days? I need to do that. And I tell you, you need the proof, go another step further. We have the proof, like you've just heard the testimonies, and there are pictures, there are videos now that you can see physical transformations, and it's not just representing weight loss, it's representing somebody coming into your house, your old house or whatever age your house is. The pipes were clogged up and the water was not flowing. Those arteries wasn't flowing with blood, and you don't want the wrong plumber to come in and start cutting pipes and bypassing the problem. You get where I'm saying? Some of us lend ourselves to having triple bypasses, double bypasses, what they call them, stents put in, and you don't want to lead to what our CEO just shared with you. Heart attacks, strokes, And those are some of the top 10 killers. So that's what we can do. That's what we can do together. We have the platform. We have the community. We have the support structure here for you. All you have to do, like you've seen some of the people who have already chimed in, call the person who have invited you here, or even right now, this is an altar call. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you know that you are ready for phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. You don't have to be shy. Give them a signal, let them know.
Minister, I just have to share this quick testimony. I did a bioscan. I did 3 bioscans today. And one of the sisters that had a bioscan is actually on this call. Do you know she sent me a text and told me that somebody wanted to take her to the buffet, because you were naming all these different restaurants, but they wanted to take her to the buffet to celebrate her getting ready to get healthy. And she said, no, I'm not going to do that. That person decided, I'm going to buy you your detox program.
I love it. Wow.
So congratulations to Shauna. I am so proud of you, girl, for making that decision and saying no to the buffet and yes to the 21-day reset.
That is amazing.
Awesome.
I love that. That is an amazing gift. Congratulations, Shauna. You are indeed a trooper for making the decision. Not take that money off of that buffet and put it on my cleanse, my reset. I love that.
That's Tay Bailey. Right on, girl.
All right. I love it. So with that being said, in about 10 minutes, you all, Dr. Prince will be here, and I know you all are going to enjoy what he's going to share. I know you all, we might as well hang out for a little bit. If you all have a couple questions that you want to swing out there, I could be kind of long-winded, but I love hearing from people that know that, you know what, maybe I just don't understand. I need a little more information. So right now, please feel free. If you have a testimony you want to share, because I know there are more people out there. I see you. So feel free to unmute, throw out your testimony. But if there are some questions, drop it in the chat, unmute, ask your questions. We would love to hear from you. No, I'm just playing. Anybody out there?
I have a guest on the line. This is Magnolia. Hopefully she'll speak up. She had a question.
Okay. What do you know the question? Maybe you can.
I don't want to go out, so I think she'll just ask the question.
Okay.
Well, let's see if she asks her name. Well, she has a question about allergies and doing.
Okay, allergies. Go ahead.
The cleanse and so forth.
Oh, I couldn't hear the whole question. If you don't mind typing it in or restating the question. All right. Anybody else? And please, you all feel free to chime in at 6:30. Same line, same passcode, same link. Chime back in at 6:30 right now. We'll entertain some questions and answers. Anybody?
So I don't know if my friend Deidre is still on the line, but she was on a little earlier. And we were talking about, people who are having issues compromised with dialysis. And I told her that she can get off of dialysis. You just have to believe you can and make those changes. So she is definitely interested in our raw, but her doctors aren't really interested in her entertaining our detox. So
right. And that's
going to be another conversation.
That's excellent. It'll be good for her to hang around, right? And definitely hear the perspective and the position from a naturopath versus Western medicine. Yeah. Because in the Western medicine world, what we're seeing is a complete, like a acceptance that where you are is where you would be. And that's just not our God. I'm sorry. That's just not the truth. Right? So what we're experiencing when you look at some of the people who said, well, and let me say this because I've seen it and I don't have to name names. I've seen people who have said, well, you know what? I'm not going to choose to take chemotherapy. And this is by their choice while consulting their doctor and then making their own sound decision and say, I just want to take a more natural approach. I want to, if God created, and this is me saying this, and I'm coming from this perspective. When scripture says that thy plants shall be thy medicine and thy food and thy fruit shall be thy meat. And when you look at even what we've been sharing over the 3 years, even about the endocannabinoid system and about cannabis and plants, and now you're looking at the world moving towards a plant-based lifestyle, and you look at the opioid epidemic and you look at some of those negative things that exist, like the signs of the times are there. I think we just have to get the courage, and this is where Wakanda comes in, get the courage and strength, as our mission says, to take back clearly what we have given away freely, or someone has taken it away, which is our health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. So choose thee today which direction you will go. And this is why you want to make sure that you get the information so that you can expand your mindset. Because maybe everything that you have been told is that, let me say, I heard you need radiation to the brain. So y'all, some of y'all might say, he ain't wrapped too tight. Well, I blame it on that. I'm just saying, right? Let me just say this, and this is me saying this. I always make a disclaimer so it doesn't get confused with the company's position. If I had a choice, chemotherapy, which resets the body or kills everything, every cell, and waiting for the spinal cord to produce normal red and white because I had leukemia, right? Or right? And radiation to the brain. Why? Because chemotherapy, right? Couldn't get to the brain. So radiation to the brain in the machine, zapping it, whatever, killing it, killing bad, abnormal, white and red blood cells. If I had a choice, what do you think I would have chosen? What do you think? And that's a rhetorical question. I think you already know the answer because of what I'm experiencing today. If I had a choice, I didn't have a choice. You have a choice. Mm-hmm. So I will put that out there. Wakanda does not take the position of not consulting with your doctors, your medical practitioners, right? It is wise to consult with them. But at the same time, what we rarely do is challenge them, challenge their perspective, seek godly counsel, seek more advice, seek another opinion. So this is a position that we want to put you in. And this is why we're speaking and you hear so many testimonies. And you have people like Bernadine Kirkland as a leader that's speaking up on behalf of the people that she's invited, because she does want to see you, like all of us, win.
Amen.
All right. So we're at 6:30. Let me see if the man of God has arrived yet. If our CEO, if she's still there and she wanted, I know
I'll share the screen now too, just to kind of get everybody in the mindset of going through the program. So, and all the coaches, feel free to chime in. We're going to share the regimen. So, and that's the focus of today's training, so that you learn the regimen on what you need to do. So give me one moment and I'll pull it up. Willie.
Okay, I love it.
Tammy had a question in the chat. If you're on blood thinners, are you able to do the detox?
To do the cleanse, blood thinners.
This is probably a great question for Dr. Dr. Kim is on the line. Dr. Kim Dautrieve, our MD.
Yes, ma'am. I actually was just sending her a message. You know, there are different kinds of blood thinners. The blood thinners such as Coumadin, which actually you have to measure the amount of the Coumadin that's in your blood system week to week, month to month. That type of blood thinner, you can use the cleanse. The answer is actually yes. But when you're on blood thinners such as Coumadin, you need to check your blood levels more often.
Okay.
Because as you go through that cleanse, your gut is better. The dose of medicine you take may actually be less than what you were taking before, since you have a healthier gut, which means that if you're taking, let's say, 10 milligrams of Coumadin, you may now only need 5 milligrams. So you need to have that type of a blood thinner checked more often. Blood thinners such as Plavix and Pletol, those you don't need to check. But yeah, if you're on blood thinners, it's perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, we're still talking about reducing inflammation. So you're better off with the cleanse in the long run.
I love it. You know what? Shout out to our Dr. Kim and our medical advisory board. Super shout out. This is, man, and I'm going to speak this because I know that a lot of times we are equipped as Wakana to offer a lot of information. There's always help if you come to Wakana. You can always get your questions answered. But this is what I see coming soon. I actually, and this is me saying this, I always make that disclaimer, I see a whole medical advisory board page where people can go get their questions answered without hesitation. I see that because our medical advisory board is growing. And just for Dr. Kim, very professional, who chimed in with information, speaking from a professional perspective, her studies, I love that. And I think that's something that really validates just how powerful Wakana is in the position that we're in. Oh, we got Shawana in the house. I see this screen that popped up. Haven't seen you in a while. She got on a professional cop uniform. Who you finna arrest, girl? Anybody. Melissa, you had something you wanted to share. Shawana, feel free to chime in.
I'm going to share the regimen, and then keep asking questions, guys. Let's find out if there's any new people online that haven't yet started the cleanse.
Are there any new people here? Please drop your name in the chat. Let us know who invited you. Gia, I see your question. Can a person who has cancer do the personal choice, consulting with their doctor, with their, hematology, oncology doctor? It's always wise to consult with your medical practitioner. It is. But also, ask Dr. Eric the question, whoever that is that you're asking the question for. Okay, all right, Miss Clark. Yeah, but whoever it is that you're asking a question for, that person, please feel free to connect them, with a three-way, you, that person, and Dr. Eric. All right. Shout out to Miss Clark. I see your message. I'm not new, but I start the 21-day cleanse tomorrow. That's Faith. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Faith Clark. Congratulations.